So I placed 13th at Collision 2024. So this video is going to be like a run, basically a rundown of how I did, what are my thoughts on the event, my overall performance, and just a few extra stuff. So yeah, let's get started. So Collision was about like 4 days ago, I guess. It was in Parsippany. I hope I pronounced it right. Parsippany, New Jersey, and the competition there was very stacked. They haven't had a big event like this since, like, I guess Genesis. So Genesis was in February. I didn't attend that event, but the event that I attended before that was Let's Make Big Moves 2024. So I went into the event like, very confident because I felt like I did pretty good. I got like ninth at Let's Make Big Moves, and it was like almost top 8, right? So I felt very confident. So stepping into this event felt really good. I was a little unaware about a few matchups, but I felt like my overall gameplay was solid enough to get me through a lot of different avenues. So I guess I'll just start with pools. So phase 1 pools, I had to fight 3 people to make it out through winners, and everything was best out of 5, which was pretty nice. So my first opponent was Mustard. I believe he's a tri-state NES player, and we played, I think the first 2 games were on small battlefield, and we played those matchups. The main thing I was just looking out for was, like, the side magnet mix-ups that he has with the double jump cancels. And the best thing I did in that matchup was, like, just make sure that he doesn't get to recover for free. So as soon as I get Ness off stage, you want to just edge guard him. It went pretty well. Game 3, a funny thing happened where he KO'd himself. So the hydrant was on the stage, and then the water pushed him while he was going for up B, and then it made him blast off stage when he wasn't really trying to do that. And yeah, he KO'd himself because of that. It was unfortunate, but yeah, we take those. But it was a clean 3-0 regardless. Like, I played pretty solidly. And yeah, so that was my first round. My second round was against a Min player named Ice on Deck. And before the event, I was actually working on the Min matchup. Not really preparing for anyone, but I was working on it because I was a little confused. And I got some good insight and practice in the matchup, so it ended up helping out in this matchup. Ended up winning 3-0 over Ice on Deck, and yeah, it was pretty solid. Like, I was able to edge guard Min pretty well. I kind of know, like, the routes and the avenues and what they like to go for, so I don't really fear the character as much anymore. And then my third round was against Yeast. So Yeast is I believe one of the best Mii brawlers. I think Yeast makes guides on Mii brawler and stuff like that. So going into that set, I realized, like, I have to play it very safe, and I know PS2 is probably his best stage, so I got rid of PS2, and I can't remember my other ban, but I got rid of PS2. That was the main thing, because on PS2 you can get cheesed really hard, so you gotta be really careful about that. And I ended up winning 3-0. Luckily, I didn't get gimped. Like, I didn't get, like, cheesed, or, like, I didn't get down throat, up bead, or anything like that. And a lot of times I would DI hard away, so if I get down throat, the only thing he really gets is down throw forward air. So, damage mitigation is always good. So yeah, that was my phase 1 pools, and I didn't know that day that I had to play again. So I had to play into phase 2 pools. So basically, they want everyone to play phase 1 pools and then phase 2 pools, and then top 32 is on Sunday. So I was a little surprised, but you know, I was ready for it. So going into phase 2, my first opponent was Chase. We played before at the Ludwig event, and he bodied me pretty much. I think it was like a 3-1 or something like that. But I went into the set with a lot of confidence because I wasn't really working on the Apollo matchup that much, but the way how I've been playing, it's been helping out, and it actually, like, a lot of the stuff I've been working on actually works well versus Palutena. So going into the set, I felt very, very confident. So game 1 was pretty solid. I think the main thing I was looking out for is just trapping Palutena because she's not really good in the corner. And I think game 1 I got like a F tilt kill off the side. Yeah, I kind of baited out an air dodge and they had to land, so I just F tilted them. In game 2, I don't remember exactly what happened, but I took that set pretty the game pretty solidly. Game 3, I remember it was on Town and City, and then on Town and City, he had like the stock lead and he was kind of bodying me, and then we went to last stock and I got him off stage, and I got like a really good KO because like I read the teleport up B, so I dropped the hydrant, and then the hydrant forced her to like tech on the wall, but then I immediately nared so that it makes it hard for them to tech again. So I hit them with the hydrant and then I nared, and then he couldn't tech in time. And then he ended up losing his stock because of that, because he couldn't recover back on stage, which was pretty good for me. You know, that's one of the benefits of Pac-Man. Like, you can hydrant and then nair right after. So they tech the hydrant, but then the nair happens. So sometimes they're just not ready for that. So stage spiking is how I ended up clutching out that set. So that was a 3-0 by me. And then my next opponent was the Buzz. And going into that, I felt very, very confident because I was ready for all 3 characters. So game 1, he started with Min Min, and I kind of played a little bit slow at first and seeing just how he moves around the stage with Min Min and how he wants to play. And then after a while, I started to find my openings, and I think the ending of game 1, like I kind of read an air dodge, comboed him, then threw him off stage, and then I think I got like a fair, like I think I frame trapped with fair, and I baited out like an early up B, because sometimes Min Mins like to do early up B just to kind of stall in the air a bit. So I did like a fair to bait out that up B, and then I faired again to catch the double jump, and then I ended up getting that stock, and I got game 1. Game 2, he switched to Rosalina, and I was playing very, very well. Like, I was catching like air dodges, I was baiting out gravitational pull, I was getting a lot of openings and knowing when to go up into Rosa's face and knowing when to like pull back. And for the most part, I handled Luma pretty well, so I was playing pretty well in that part. Took game 2. Game 3, he switches to Olimar, and I'm good versus Olimar, but I guess game 3, like he played very aggressive in a weird way, which I wasn't really ready for, because I'm used to Olimar players just staying back and playing very passive, but he was playing proactive game 3. So he ended up taking game 3. I think one of the stocks I lost was like, I got spiked at like 50%. I couldn't make it back. In game 4, I ended up clutching it out. I was reading like a lot of like drift aways and air dodge aways. And I tried to make sure I didn't take that much damage from Pikmin. Like the like nairing the Pikmin is really nice. You can just get rid of the Pikmin immediately and then get your punishes. So I ended up doing that. That was really good. I ended up clutching it out, making it into top 32 winner side, which is pretty good on my end, because a lot of majors that I go to, I end up going to top 32 loser side, and then I have to work my way through loser side. So getting into winners is pretty nice. So that was Saturday, and Sunday now was top 32. So top 32, I had to face Mute Ace, and that set went pretty okay. Like I lost 3-0, but every game was like last hit, and I think it's been a while since I played a top level Peach player, and I kind of forgot how to fight Peach. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a very long time since I fought a good Peach. So I just been like working on different things. I was working on other matchups, and Peach wasn't in my radar at the time. So yeah, I have to like refresh myself and learn some new stuff in the matchup, because the Peach players have definitely gotten better at the matchup. I remember like they used to complain about the matchup all the time, but a lot of them got better at the matchup. So yeah, props to Mute Ace. Like he's really the, I guess, last hit god, because it's really hard to KO him like for the last stock. And right after that, I played Web JP. So I played Web JP earlier this year at Let's Make Big Moves, and it was a lot of timeouts. It was like 3 timeouts in that set. However, in this set, it was actually pretty quick. Like it was a quick 3-1, because I think I was able to just find my openings a lot faster, and I didn't really respect well, I respected Sheik's tools, but I wasn't afraid of them. So I was able to find my openings a lot faster and get KOs faster. So that was a really good set by me. Like I played the Sheik matchup a lot better than I did before. So that was really good. It was a good 3-1. Then I had to face Peebnut. So I had to wait a bit because Peebnut was facing Super Semi, and the winner of that would have had to face me. So Super Semi is a youngling player from Europe, and it went to game 5, and then Peebnut ended up clutching it. So I had to face Peebnut, and game 1 was pretty solid. Like I took game 1 pretty nice, and then right after game 1, like I felt like game 1 he was playing very passive and very slow, and then after that it was like game 2 he went really crazy for some reason. Like he was playing very aggressive, and like a lot of his moves were very like aggressive and intentional. So that kind of caught me off guard, because I'm used to Mega Man players just playing very passive. They kind of wait until they get their opening, but he played very proactive, like games 2, 3, and 4. And then I kind of got bodied because it was just a big shift and everything. And sometimes like shifting a playstyle can like alter so much in a set, like it will just throw people off guard, even the best of players, So yeah, that was my run. I ended up getting 13th place. Very solid showing overall. Like it's good that I'm getting top 16 consistently, like at majors. So that's pretty good. So 2024 is looking pretty nice. But yeah, with that said, thank you everyone for watching. And my Metafy is still open, so if anybody would like to book a lesson with me, the timesheets are there. And yeah, thank you. See you guys in the next one.